Hey guys, how you doing today? Happy New Year. So I'm back, gonna get myself together and figure out what kind of year I want to have and videos, and of course all my mixed media I'll be doing and all kinds of stuff. I've been crocheting up a storm, and if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I've been showing the stuff that I've been doing. This is called Crochet Entrelac, and I'm obsessed, completely obsessed. And a lot of you had asked for me to do a video on it. Let me know down below if you would be interested in seeing it. It's very easy and it's done in all one piece. And I did this, and then I put this around it, and then I'm gonna do 2 more rows of the squares and make it a pillow for Emily. I love it. So let me know. I don't know if you're interested. Let me know, or anything else that you want to see. I have a ton of stuff that you guys have been requesting. I'm so lucky because a lot of viewers new to my channel find me through um, older videos and stuff like that, and a lot of you ask for them to be updated, so I do have a lot of those that I want to do. So yeah, let me know about this. I love this. I love this. All right, so one of the biggest things I get asked is how to draw a face, and I have so many of these videos up, and I really hate to keep doing them over and over again. um, so again, let me know down below. If you go on to my main channel by clicking my name down below this video, it'll take you to my main page. And on that, there is a little search button up by the About button on top, and you can search my channel for anything that you want to see if I've done. You could do that on anybody's channel. And also, if you are not subscribed and you want to be, click the subscribe button down below, and then next to it is a bell. Click that bell and you'll be notified when I put new videos up. Do that even if you already subscribed to me, because apparently YouTube has been having, for the past couple months, a bunch of people being unsubscribed and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So that way you can be notified when I upload a new video. I don't know my new schedule for this year, what exactly I am going to be doing. I want to do a lot of different things, like I said. So let me know down below. So this is a art journal page that I had done. Gosh, I haven't been to my art room for over a month. So this is in a Faber-Castell, what's it called? Mailer, catalog. And so I've been using it, to do art journaling in. And I suggest to you guys, that is, if you don't have art journaling, I know a lot of you got new ones for the holiday, and that is fantastic. A lot of you still ask me to make them and to, um, show you guys how to make them out of regular paper, hot watercolor paper, and mail, and all that kind of stuff. So I am going to make a more proper kind of sketchbook coming up. And, with the lace and the, doing it's a name, and I can't think of the name right now, but where you kind of sew it and make it a little bit more professional looking. So there's that. What else do I want to tell you guys? Also, I have an Etsy store where I have a bunch of jewelry and art up. That link will be down below as well, with everything else where you can find me. And then let's get to getting. So I'm just using this, but if you're just starting out, which so many of you are, just use a regular piece of paper. If you only have printer paper, use it. It's okay. Um, it's all in the point of you learning and actually making art. One of my main things that I started YouTube for was because I'm disabled with rheumatoid arthritis and fibro as far as my hands go, and it could be a little bit hard and discouraging, and I wanted to start my channel to show people like me and beginners. I mean, this is for anybody, that you can do it. You don't have to do um what so and so does or what this teacher does. They're teachers, they're showing you, um because they might have a method to teach you, or maybe they've been doing it for years. I'm always of the thing that not many people show you mistakes when you're doing classes, nor do you want to pay for mistakes. You want to see, everything edited together and nice. And, a lot of people do that. And then some people get put off by that in the sense that it makes them feel less capable and that their art isn't as good. And that's not the case. We're all on our own journey. So, that's all you can do. So now I told you I've not been down here and my gesso is stopped up. Of course, my little knob. So I'm just gonna squirt some out. I'm having the worst time today. It's like, okay, why'd you bother coming down? There we go. I have to unclog a lot of my stuff down here. Okay, so now all I'm gonna do is, that's gesso, and I use the folk art gesso, but use whatever you have. And if you don't have gesso, I always tell you guys, use white paint, or if you're gonna do a base color, say you want to do your base color red or whatever, use that as your gesso. Doesn't matter. And I'm only doing one page here. Okay. All right. Now, if you have a heat gun or a hair dryer, you can get your hair dryers really inexpensive at your Goodwill, your thrift store, or use one that you have now. A heat gun's usually used for embossing more than drawing your page. I'm drawing it because I don't want to have you sit here for 10 minutes while this dries. I'm down in my art room, which is very damp, so everything takes extra to dry. And I don't want you to have to sit here. But I always say, if you don't have a heat gun or a hair dryer, put on your favorite YouTuber video, whatever, sit and watch it, and it'll be dry when you're done. And if it's not all the way dry, it's okay. My dogs are so thrilled to be down here again, and they're under my feet, and it's really hard to move. All right, so I'm going to clean my brush off. What fun. Oh, that's a nice hairy arm there, Cal. Okay. And we're just going to do a very easy start off the year. Because my word last year was breathe. Guess what my word this year is again? Breathe. The end of the year and the beginning of the year have not been fantastic, and I'm just learning to breathe. We also started here. We also started gratitude journals, and we're just trying to stay in the present and be thankful for the little things. Do you know what I mean? Everything, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so again, I don't want to do nothing too magical. Something I do want to try. My daughter got me for Christmas. Let me see. She got me these Distress ink palette. Now, woo, my light, I got too far up because it's dark down here. I have my heaters on like high blast to get a lot of the humidity out of the air down here and the dampness, but it's not being that friendly. So she got me this Distress Permanent Mixed Media Palette. Hickory Smoke, the Vintage Photo, Ground Espresso, and Black Soot. And I'm so excited. I know it's archival ink, so it's permanent, and I also know it's Tim Holtz, but I don't care. I'm just using it. And it's permanent, and I've never used the permanents before. And this is what it looks like. So let's see what the colors are like. Okay, let me move this over here. Oh, the messes that I have to clean up. I almost didn't make a video today and just came down to clean, but I thought I just want to do some painting. All right, I will have to move my camera up a little bit, I see. I don't know what the heck I did down here. Okay. Now, let's see. What kind of stamps? What kind of stamps do I have? I got to organize all my stamps. All right, I can just do... Oh, this is cool. All right. Let's try this one. Let's try this first, and I'm just going to dip it in. Dip it in. Okay. Alright, looks like she got enough on there. I'm going to put her, because I'll use her as my face. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to lay it down and give it a push. And as y'all know, push it real good and lift it up. Okay. Alright, I'm not hating on that. So I'm just going to go on another page. And, oh, that come out real nice too. Nice inks. Tim Holtz. Nice. Okay. And that color was Black Soot. All right, not hating. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. I like to hit it with my heat gun or my hair dryer just to dry it. Just because if you guys have been with me or just found me, I put my arm and hand in everything and smear everything. That's just how I do things because I'm so wacko. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm trying to decide if I want brighter colors or darker colors. I've been trying to, the last time I was down here, I know I was using these Dina Wakley heavy body acrylic paints, and I'm trying to use them up because I've had them for a while and I don't normally use them, and I want to use them up. They're vibrant and they're not bad, so maybe I'll do something with that. But let me find, let me see. Okay. I'm just going to use this. You can see probably my last video, I probably used all these. Let's try. I'm just going to do a little bit right here. Not too much. I just kind of want to see the colors for now. So we'll get that in there. And I'll lay it like that. Oh, that's nice. And look, I can stamp off many times, and I can do, oh, I see a grunge journal coming soon, a grunge page. That is ground espresso. Oh, I could go for some ground espresso. All right, the next color is Hickory Smoke, which I'm so excited for. We're going to do the same thing, just dip it. Oh yeah, these definitely need to be used for grunge. For a grunged used page. Love it. All right, and then the last one is Vintage Photo, which I think I've had this in a different, like one of the smaller ones, and I think yeah, I love that. I'm just rolling it just to add some. Oh wow, those are really good, but I'm going to use those maybe tomorrow in a journal page. Look at these colors though. Look at that. And then down here, look at the gray. Oh, I love them. All right, so that's what I have for those, but I'm not going to worry too much. I'm not going to necessarily keep those. I think I'm going to do a brighter page today. I'm not sure. Do I feel like being bright? Who the heck knows? But let's start with, because y'all know my favorite colors. I'm going lime. I'm going lime. And I'm just going to dot. But I'm going to stay away from the face because you guys know I will smash that up. All right. So now I'm just going to go in. And I did not dry my ink, and you can see it's, I don't even know, can you see? It's kind of, maybe I could turn this way. Yeah, that's better. It's kind of smearing. So I'm not going to worry about that too much, but if it bothers you, or if you're doing something that, you know, you want it to stay where it's at, then you definitely want to either let it dry or hit it with your heat gun or hair dryer. Now, mixed media, that's the fun of mixed media. I get asked all the time, what is mixed media? Mixed media is putting it down and it's smearing and you're like, I'm okay with that. I'm going to let that work for me. Okay. All right, you can see that. Now I'm going to go in with orange, and I'm not going to dry it because I don't really care to. Tomorrow I will move my camera up a bit, and I'm just going to go a little bit on the white. You see I'm just dotting, and you can do this with any that you have, you know, any paint that you're using, because I just kind of want it a little bit. I don't necessarily want to go over my hair or face, but I can definitely draw on her if I want, make her a bit different. Now here's where you can have a little bit of fun, and I would be a lot more fun if I had all my stamps here, but I don't. Now watch, you can see some of the places I'm doing it, it's kind of going brown because the colors are not going to blend very well together, but I'm just going to not go over them anymore, you know? Okay, you can kind of see. Now, as a lot of you not having a lot of money, and I am right there with you, you might have a stamp that, you know, you don't want to always use as one. So you can see here she has steampunk in her hair and her face. Maybe you don't want her to have steampunk. Maybe you want to make the stamp. Maybe you did an ATC card or an art journal page or something, and you already used this, and you're like, you know what, I don't want to. So let me just show you real quick how we can change it. And I'm going to dry real quick. I walk around with more paint on me, and that's okay, but let's do something. Maybe that's what I'll do this video for. This will just be how to turn your stamp into a different look. I'll take it for the team, and I will, let me move this up a little bit, get a little paint on me so I don't sit and ruin make this a 6-hour video. So I'm going to take a little paintbrush. All right, let's use this one. And I'm going to use the pink. And this is just magenta. Use whatever you want. And what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to squirt a little bit on my mat like that. Not a big deal. And I'm not going to wet my brush. I'm just going in with it dry, and I'm just going to do that. And now what I'm going to do, now you can do this any color you want. I'm going to see what this comes out as. So I'm just going to go in. And I'm not going to, again, you could do that. Yep. You could do this black, brown, whatever colors you want. You can also go in and gesso it, which, you know what, I'll do that on this side so I can show you the difference. So whatever look you're going for. All right. So what I might do, and you see we're just getting, I'm going to stay away from her face the most I can, but you see how we're doing that? But you know what? If you notice around here, I still have white because I didn't want to bring that too close. We can go in and roll with it. Because you all know I love my big haired girls, my odd girls, all those kind of things. Why not take it to the edge? All right, and again, make it whatever way you want. My printer keeps going off. like I don't know, like somebody's coming from the other side trying to tell me something. I don't know what though. All right. Okay, so you see, so we got that. Okay, now I'm going to leave my brush like that in the paint. And when I do stuff like that, if I could find my spray bottle, good gods, Kelly, you have to clean. I need my daughter to come in here and help me because she's very OCD and crazy, and we fight all the time when she tries to help me because, let's see if I could, just want a little bit of water on there just to keep that moist while I do something else. And I'm going to take the gesso. But she's very crazy, so with her OCD, and she's very helpful, but we fight. Because I'm just like, well, I don't want to do it that way. And she's like, but you have to if you want it to look right. All right, and I'm just having a brush and just some gesso. And you can use white paint if you want, but look, see what it does? And I'm just kind of going in like I did with the pink, except it's white, obviously. And you can mix your pink in there too if you want, like I just accidentally did. All right, but see, like that. All right, you see how that kind of covers it? And you can play with what you want to do. Now I'm going to rinse that off. Just dry your brushes good when you're doing them because, you know, you're in such a little space. You don't want to necessarily water it down. All right, I'm going to dry it real quick. Now I'm going to link up above in the iCard, which is going to be up here. And I'll link it down below as well if you're on your phone and can't get it. A link where I took magazine pictures. I get a lot of requests to do more of these. You're gonna excuse me, my throat. Emily and I are so sick. We went to the doctor's on Thursday, and I have a real bad ear infection. There was blood in my ear, the perforated whatever, and just real sick with the throat and the infection and all. And Emily, she was even worse off than I. So we've been struggling with that a little bit better today. Each day a little better. So I haven't seen my nephew in a week, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I just, we go down there every Friday and I couldn't this week and I'm just so sad. So I can't wait to see him this week. All right. So as you can see, okay, and now we're painting. Okay. Again, you can make it. Now, obviously, this is two different styles we're going for. Do you need to make big hair? Look, I'm in Jersey. I like the big hair. You don't have to. You can make it as big or as small as you want. And then I'm going to take some skin color, and of course you use whatever skin color you have. You don't want to do, you want to do her gray, do her gray. I don't care. Do whatever colors you want. That's the point of being, you know, an artist. Now I got to shake all these up because everything's been sitting down here and little goops are coming out. I don't like the goopies. All right, you can hear me shaking it, obviously. You know what? I'm going to rinse this off. I'm going to throw another coat down here. Just real quick, because I'll probably put highlights or something in there. But I want this brush for the face. Oh, you could put bows and, excuse my arm. All kinds of cute stuff. All right, so I'm drying it off. I'm going in. And this is just my normal Santa's Flush. It's one of my very, very favorites. And I'm going into the face. Here we go. I'm going to paint it. Now, if you want to keep that look, you know what would have been cool is doing a light gray. Very light gray. Almost a shade, like one shade darker than the black, you know, like that's on there. That would have been cool. If you want me to do one of those, let me know. But again, we're just going over, just to add a little of our own color. And we can add on a body, whatever you want. And I'm just touching. Okay. And look, you can still see it. So you don't have to be nervous about, oh, I can't see it. Or, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to hit that with the heat going. Now, while this is drying, what I'm going to do is take a little bit more of my orange. Where'd it go? And just go around there real quick with my paintbrush because you can see a little bit of white. And I'm just tapping it just a little bit in there. And actually, see, you can see it's a little darker, which I don't care. Just so that, you know, it kind of, and then I can blend it out and do whatever. And then a little bit here. Put it down a little bit. And you could touch up if, you know, you want to around it, but I'm not worried about it. I gotta rinse my brush again. If I had my area in good shape, I wouldn't have to do that. Okay. So, and this is excitement, having paint on me. I'm just so excited. So there we have that. And now what you want to do is take a, you know, a permanent marker, permanent pen. If you're not going to go over that, you can use your jelly roll if you have a black jelly roll or a brown jelly roll. Let me see what I have here. I love Stabilo Alls. You all know that. I think I'm going to use this one. Let's see if this even writes. And all I'm going to do is go into her face and I'm going to just, yeah, it works. Follow her kind of face that she's in here, but not really keeping it exactly the same, if that makes sense. Using it as my guide. And see how we did that? And it's showing up, and then we can go in and trace the outside. And that's really all I'm going to go in and do there. But I am going to take let's do like a light. This is Dolphin. And I'm going to grab a smaller paintbrush. And just tap in her eye. I'm tapping. I'm not even going to paint it, you know, like brush stroke it. I'm just going to do a little bit of the eye so it doesn't. And then I'm just going to wipe off my brush. I'm not going to put water on it because I'm going to take some white. Got to shake that white. You hear it? And then tap it on the outsides just to add a little bit of eyeball look. And that might even be too much. And just touch it. You can use the other side of your paintbrush if you want. Very easy, very simple. No, you know, no worries. And then I'm going to wipe it off again. And then I'm going in with this pink still here, and I'm going to do her lips. And you see how she's just looking a little bit different? Obviously, I have two different hairstyles going on her, but who cares? All right, and you can see. And then I'm going to take, what am I going to take? What am I going to take? I need black. Oh, good gods, Kelly, where's your black? I don't even know. I found my white. I don't need that. Let's see if this works. I don't know. I'm just going to do, you could use black paint. But I'm just going in, obviously with a black marker. That's not wanting to work, which is my my thing. I might have to get black paint, but I think you see what I'm talking about. And then you can go in with, oh, where's my, I want a little pink, but I don't want pink like that. I want like little pink on her cheeks, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that, am I? I don't think so. I don't have any pink sitting here, but you get what I'm saying. You know, you could do a little pink cheek or whatever, but look at the difference. See how cute she came out? Compared to, where did I stamp her? Compared to that. So it's a little different. Not bad. If I stamp, I want to make, I've been making stencils and stuff like that, and I've been doing them forever, and I keep saying I'm going to put them up, but I want to make sure they're like exactly what I want and perfect and that kind of stuff, because a lot of people have a problem, you know, going from here and drawing on the bodies and stuff. And what I like to do, I'm just going to use my black Stabilo. Like you see her neck here. So think about having a neck here for your shirt, right? You know how you always have, you know, sometimes it's too tight and I gag and I got to pull it off, but that's another issue. It's another day. And then, you know, so think about it. You have your neck, and then down from your neck, you kind of have your shoulders, right? And then I like to put like as if my arm, like that would be my arms. I'm being a little nicer to myself because I think I got bigger arms than that, but you know what I'm saying. And we're just going to take it down. And this is kind of going to be the inside of your shirt or dress. And I'm just kind of sketching it whatever way you want. We can just do her having a cute little dress. And then there's her arms with, maybe she has some bell arms. Then bell sleeves, Cal. Look how fancy. And I'm just sketching it. Use your pencil. And then you can just do little legs if you want, you know, and then do boots or whatever you're looking for. Whatever y'all want to do, you know. And of course then she has little arms sticking out there and whatever. And then what's great with, I know a lot of you always ask me about the Stabilo and what it is. It's just a water soluble pencil. This is black. They come in other colors, and I'll show you what it does in a second. But here's what I'll do. I'm just gonna go like this, and then I'll show you. And then you take let's do this one, wet brush. You don't want it soaking wet, but you want it damp. And what it does is it activates it. And I like to draw with this because I love to do like the faces and I do different kind of things with that. But as you can see here, just know if you use this or a water soluble pencil or colored pencil or whatever, they're reactivated with wetness. So if I go into color with, which I'll show you, I'm just going to dip a little bit of that in there. If I go in with a color to paint this inside, it's going to reactivate it. And I'm going to put these here. You see, that's really all it is. And what I like to do, not all the time, but I'm going to kind of shadow this out a little bit. And I'm going to go around her head, because around the hair. And I'm not drawing it. I'm just using whatever's left on my brush. And if I want more, I can just go soak it up. Let's see, I can pull this down and kind of outline. And you can use another paint color. You can use whatever you have. Okay. And you see how it just kind of outlines it a little bit, and you can do it even on her face a little bit if you want. And let's take the rest of this pink that we have here and just kind of swoop it in. And the black will change, it will deepen the color a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I'm not worrying about that too much. I'm going to kind of just go in between where the black is. See how I'm just kind of doing that? I'm going in here. No paint gets wasted in here. And run it kind of through there. And wet my brush a little bit, just a little bit, to pick up the rest of this and to put it here. You don't always want to add water, but you know, if you're trying to stretch it or what have you. Way longer of a video than I wanted to do. So you see this. So now I'm like, oh, wonder if I don't, you know, necessarily want that black there anymore. Now you can see I'm mixing it with acrylic paint. So when it dries, it's going to be not permanent, but it'll be mixed in a little bit, that it'll be a little bit more resistant because the permanence of the acrylic paint. And you see, she just has this kind of dress on. And then if you want to, I don't know, perk it up a bit, I guess. Wonder if we take, you know, I love this green. This green's going to be the death of me. I'll take some off the lid and dot it on the back like this. And kind of, it might be the worst paintbrush I picked to do the dots, but I think you get the idea. I don't know why this paintbrush is being such a jerk. Let's try this one. A little bit better. It's because I use the back of my paintbrushes too, and everything's kind of, I use everything. Make this dot a little bigger. All right, we're just giving her some polka dots. It lightens it up a little bit. I like polka dots. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't wear them. Because if I wore them, I would probably, it wouldn't look good on me, but okay. And that's all I'm going to do on here today. But you kind of see how you get a different look. So you use a stamp, and you get one look and you use another stamp and you get another look. You can go in here now that our hair's dry if you want to add a butterfly or stickers, or I don't know, what do I have here? I have little, little flowers that I made, which would be cool, of my mod melter. I have a little crown that I can add. You see how you can kind of just, let's see what this is. A bigger flower, which I think would probably do better on that side. A little bunny rabbit. I don't know why you would put a bunny rabbit, but you get my drift, right? You get what I'm saying. A cute little heart. And, you just kind of go from there. So it's a lot of fun just sitting and playing and taking your stamps and making them into something different. That way you're not just getting, you're getting more bang for your buck and not necessarily, oh, I can only use it this way. So think about that. And if you guys do it, tag me, let me know. All my information is down below. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, Google, Facebook. What else is there? Twitter, everywhere. Let me know. I'd love to see if you do a video or if you do anything like this as well. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. All my information is down below, as well as my videos doing the magazine art. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.